kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds, and when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me.
Welcome everyone to the Sunday Cup League. Here is we are going recruitment racing here tonight, and I'm Alan Bergen, just south of St. Louis here in the Tony Trapasso Memorial Studio. Alongside of me, my broadcast partner, Colin McDonough. Colin, how's it going?
Alan, it's going. I'm really stoked to be here at Chicagoland. This is one of my favorite tracks.
Yeah, mine too, because you can really slip and slide and really slide these cars around. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and get down trackside and go over that starting lineup real quickly. As that's not what we want. Well, these guys are getting ready to get in their cars. But nonetheless, here we are on a Monday night here at Chicagoland. And Michael Matta puts it on the pole. Alongside of him will be Ryan Kelly. Chris Myers will start on the inside of row number 2, while Maxwell Caldwell, a multiple-time winner here in the series, will start on the outside of the second row. Starting on the inside of row number 3 will be Ronnie Hurst. And alongside of him will be Justin Lewis in that number 14 car. On the inside of row number 4 will be Andrew McKenzie, and alongside of Andrew, and starting in 8th will be the 81 car of Andrew Palesci. Sam Maddox will start on the inside of row number 5, and alongside of him will be Joshua Yarbrough, starting in that 10th position. Tyler Melton will start on the inside of row number 6, and on his outside he'll be flanked by the one and only Trevor Dalton. Going a little bit deeper in the field, Carolyn Steele will start on the 13th on row number 7, and to his outside he'll be flanked by none other than Dennis Kane in that Night Owl Racing entry. Richie Trammell will start 15th, while Todd Merkel will start 16th. Starting 17th will be Nathan Johnson, while Jason Crumley will start 18th. Adam Brady will start 19th, while Brody Kratzer will start in that 20th position. 21st will go to Mark Brown, while Jonathan Cashbeer will start 22nd. Brent Meckes will start in that 23rd position, while Landon Johnson will start in that 24th position. And rounding out the field would be Mason Culliver as we get ready to get our formation laps underway here. And that's going to round out your 25 car starting field. We're going to go 100 laps here, Colin. It's going to be hot. It's going to be slick. And before we get going, we're going to bring up that weather real quick, and that race information, I should say, where it's going to be a cool 67 degrees Kind of consistent to Chicago, to the Chicago area, with a 40% relative humidity and a 2-mile-an-hour wind under partly cloudy skies, and that track temperature is a balmy 71 degrees. Colin, we're getting ready to go racing here.
We certainly are. I'm pretty stoked for this one, Alan. The qualifying pace is really tight. All these guys have a lot of pace. So I think this is going to be an awesome race, especially with so many lines that you can run on this track.
Yeah, absolutely. We're getting ready to get cranked up to crazy here. You know, it's worth noting that 25 cars strong, this is a recruitment field. If you're interested in racing in this league, contact these guys, get a hold of Joshua Hill. But nonetheless, these guys are getting ready to peel off to the Geico restart zone, and we are underway here in Chicagoland.
Oh, trouble in turn 3.
And our first yellow flag of the night comes at the expense of Adam Brady here. Here we go. Oh, 3 wide action. Oh no. They just stacked up.
Down the back stretch, it looked like they were getting 4 wide, and they couldn't get things quite slotted back into place before the corner.
No, you're absolutely right as we come back out to the live shot here. Colin, I'm glad that you caught that. Holy shnikes. Look, you don't want to start off a race early. But, you know, no points on the line. No points on the line, so get to regroup and give it another try. You know?
Yeah, you know, you have 100 laps here. So, you know, to get involved in an early incident, best thing to do is just, you know, if the car's not too banged up, just get back out there and keep giving it your all.
Right, get on the proverbial horse and ride off again to the sunset. Well, to mention, we are going 100 laps. Michael Matta has set the fastest lap of the race in that number 16 Ford Dark Horse Mustang. So, you know, these guys have got 99 problems, but Colin isn't one.
I should hope not. If I were with them on track, then maybe.
Well, so here's the thing about Chicagoland Speedway, right? Is it's not exactly, that back straightaway is not exactly a back straightaway.
It is certainly not a straightaway.
No.
It's got a lot of curvature to it.
But here's the thing that I love about Chicagoland, right? One, the infamous Dale Jr. slide job call. Up the chart, right? But the fact that it gives drivers the illusion that you can go 4 wide, and this track is right, you know, when they scanned it in the iRacing, it was right at the peak of its time where you can slide these cars around. And, you know, Colin, as much as I love the street course in Chicago, I love the street course. As a fan, I fangirl over the street course. Not a lot of people do, but I do. I would love to see Chicagoland make at least an Xfinity and a truck race. I would love to and make one of those 2 scheduled. I think this track suits those cars perfectly. And then, you know, kind of like what Worldwide Technology did, start off with that truck race and then get IndyCar in. And then get NASCAR back.
And if I'm not mistaken, the fastest lap record at this track is still held by IndyCar back in 2002. Oh man, was it Rice? Now I can't remember the name.
It's okay. You got 100. You got 96 laps to think about it. Or 94.
This is an awesome track that really, like you were saying, I'd love to see it get used for anything at all, really. You know, even if they threw an ARCA race here, just give it some use and exposure.
Like I said, as much as I love the street course in Chicago, as we are going single file, Michael Matta is going to mash the loud pedal through the Geico restart zone, and we are off and running once again with lap number 5.
A little bit of a stack up in the back.
Yeah, most definitely, as these guys are going to get sorted out. The track temp, though, not too hot, so this track has got a lot of grip in it.
Yeah, 71 degrees is a pretty friendly and welcome track temp for these cars.
As we are watching and focused up on Dennis Kane there. Dennis Kane new to this Cup League here. As we're going to go on board with Dennis Kane. There we go. Out of Detroit, Michigan, driving that number 99 ride. You know, and Dennis Kane, I really feel like Colin, if he stays with this league, he will be one of the favorites in this league. And that number 99 Dark Horse Mustang.
Yeah, Dennis Kane is no joke. He's definitely a contender. Anytime I see him out on track, he's always up there, man.
Oh, definitely. And he's got that SRM logo. Shameless plug, I know. But hey, nonetheless, not a shameless plug, and that's Justin Lewis in that 14 car out of Columbus, Indiana, hitting the fastest lap of the race right now.
Yeah, we're gonna see the lap times really go purple and green a lot in these first few laps.
You are not wrong about that one, as we are 8 laps in to this 100 lap affair. You know, Colin, if this thing goes green, it's gonna take maybe 90 minutes, maybe 60 minutes.
Yeah, it'll go quick if it goes green. I mean, Nathan Johnson, he went fastest on that last lap, 30.39. It's a quick mile and a half.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Chris Myers doing Chris Myers things, and we want to thank the SCL Sunday Cup League for having us here tonight. This little 5-week mini series. I want to thank Colin for sacrificing his Monday night plans to be with us here in the booth.
That would suggest I had Monday night plans, Alan.
Well, look, we plan on being here Monday night, as we got one driver on pit road. That's a 73 car of Mark Brown, and that wood fried pizza machine, that number 73 car. He's gonna take an extended stay like Holiday Inn on pit road. Meanwhile, give the top spot to that 24 car of Chris Meyer, who has been up there since the start.
Yeah, he's definitely had pace since the very beginning. But your biggest mover at the moment, Jonathan Caspier, up 9 spots, running in P17, and he's laying down some quick laps, running 30.44. While the front of the field, he got some 30.4s, but a lot of 30.5s, 30.6. So Jonathan Caspier is on charge.
Yeah, these guys are running almost identical lap times. And, they become single filed out. There's that 17 car who definitely does not have an ally on the top side. But what he does have is Dennis Kane in that number 99 car going to the inside. And Colin, these guys will use every inch of the racetrack. If there's pavement, they're using it.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll see a lot of drivers, if they're comfortable and confident with the car, dive down to that inside apron across start finish.
Absolutely, you're 100% correct, and I will 100% agree secures the lead for the moment. And let's go ahead and take you and show you how that one happened. And what a power move that just happened right there with Ryan Kelly and Chris Myers. I mean, they're almost drag racing, but, you know, that outside line appears to be the better line right now.
Yeah. So some people can make it work, and others are gonna feel more confident on the bottom. But any line here can work as long as it's a good fit for you, the driver.
Now, Colin, you've been watching these guys race here for a couple weeks now, right? Justin Lewis is one of those drivers that he is a 2-minute drill kind of driver. And what I mean by that is when it's 5 laps to go, he suddenly appears out of nowhere.
he sneaks up and
he does.
Yeah.
And he's always he makes you ask, where in God's green earth did you come from?
Yeah, so some drivers are really good at flying under the radar and suddenly reappearing.
He's one of those drivers, and you know when there's points on the line, he will do whatever it takes, even if it means turning heel, to get the wins. Right now, Trevor Dalton up 5 spots in that 7th spot, driving the 7 car.
Starting to see a little bit of fall off from the lap times, about a half-second slower than they were running off the bat. So maybe those tires are starting to get a little bit hot now. But everyone's still under that 31-second mark.
Yeah, so as the tires fall off, Colin, that's a really good point. So as the tires fall off, I feel like you're going to see them guys try and widen that racing groove out towards the wall. And then you're going to see this place get really, really racy. And that's what I love about Chicagoland. There's 3 grooves on this racetrack. You know, you can run top, middle, bottom, split the track to third. You can also even diamond the corner if you want. And you can even start out a little higher. And a lot of these guys, I haven't seen it so far in the race, except for a few people actually using that apron to gain an advantage on their opponent.
Yeah, I personally always try to avoid the apron just because I'm so concerned with these next gen cars. I am not good at keeping it under control on that kind of transition. But some of these guys are just excellent at it.
Excellent indeed. That 66 car, Sam Maddox there. He is riding back there. He's down 8 spots. He's going 8 spots in the wrong direction. Now he's moving up, making some hay there. Riding in that 17th spot. You know, and Colin, I wonder if that's part of the strategy that Sam Maddox is using from parts unknown. But, you know, I don't know if you got to watch the IndyCar races, but there's something about that PPG paint scheme. I am a huge Joseph Newgarden fan. I love me some Joseph Newgarden, and I love that PPG paint scheme.
It is a great look in that car.
Oh, beautiful paint.
All right, it looks like P1 and P2 have P1, P2, P3. Ryan Kelly, Chris Myers, Justin Lewis, they've really checked out. Your next driver back is Maxwell Caldwell, about 2 seconds off the pace. And there's that whole pack all together right there.
Doing what they do. Just, you know, be mindful. We're only 22 laps in. We still at least have one pit stop.
Oh, definitely.
There's no way you're making it 100 laps on the same set of tires. And speaking of pit stops, Justin Lewis comes in.
Justin Lewis comes on down. That's earlier than I expected.
I mean, if you did so, if you were to run this on the public servers, and you had, and there's an A-class, open setups are fixed, I would be running at least 50 laps on the tires.
Yeah, I don't know if I think Justin Lewis knows something that we don't know as far as fuel strategy right now, is my guess. I suspect this is probably a 2-stop race for everyone, and Justin Lewis is getting it out of the way real quick.
So you're thinking maybe 20 to 30, and then from 60 to 90.
I think he ran that first 20, and then you're gonna see him come back in, right around lap 70.
Okay. I see the logic.
Or 60, 65, somewhere around there.
I mean, we went 20, 23 before he came in. 22 to be exact.
Oh my goodness, that was attacking pit road. Wow. Okay. Maybe 25 is that fuel window.
Brady's on pit road. Brady's gonna come in. We're gonna watch his pit stop. What an error he just had. Now I want to see one of these drivers here. We'll go on board. We'll go Chris Myers. But I want to see I want to show the fans at home how difficult it is getting off the racetrack and on the pit road. As we are riding with Chris Myers in that in that 24 car.
I think it was Maxwell Caldwell that had a bit of a lockup onto pit road, really trying to, get as much time out of that entry as possible.
Here we are on board with Trevor Dalton of Spokane, Washington. It's not Washington, it's Washington. Get it right.
Oh, and the yellow's out. Trouble in turn 1.
And that came at the expense of Richie Trammell on lap number 28. Let's see what happens here. And oh boy. I'm not against making the highlight reel, but that's like the second highlight that we've had him in.
Yeah, that's a really tough break for the 8 car.
I mean, as he sits on pit road. Let's go back and watch it one more time.
You're going to see a lot of cars coming down pit road right now.
The 16, or the 76 car just screamed into the wall. And then the number 8 car, oh boy.
Nowhere to go after that.
Nowhere to go. But you're absolutely right. These guys are going to come on down pit road. Get some 4 fresh Dr. Feelgoods after 30 laps. One car stays out. And that might have been, there it is. Gets the wave around. So now Justin Lewis is back on the same pit cycle as everybody else. But I think Justin Lewis is kind of banking on this caution coming out.
It's entirely possible. It's hard to predict those things. It's really, it's tricky to try to, build your strategy around a caution coming out, because you never know if or when.
Yeah, you're 100% correct. I love that logic. And right now, as he comes down pit road, these guys are getting ready to come off pit road. And Colin, as we get set up here, we got 70 laps to go. 30 in the books, 70 laps to go. Andrew McKenzie in the number 6 car. he will be your leader after all the wave around cars go by. Todd Merkel currently running second there on 14 spots. So after the few wave around cars go by the pace car, that's the way we think it's going to happen. There they go. Just like, look, I'm psychic. I knew the wave around cars were going to go by.
Alan, it's as though you know how these things work.
You know what? It's like a sixth sense, you know? You do this long enough. Let us know who you're rooting for there in the youtube.com live chat. We will get those guys on the screen for you. I'm Alan Bergen, alongside my broadcast partner tonight, Colin McDonough, and we are at Chicagoland getting ready to go back to Green Flag Racing here on lap number 31. And Colin, you know, here we are once again back at Chicagoland. The lights are out on the iRacing.com pace car. Colin, my friend, you get to bring us back to Green Flag.
Oh, excellent.
I gotta make you earn your paycheck around here. Come on.
Hey, man. I can't fault you for that. As we approach the Geico restart zone, Andrew McKenzie is going to lead us as we're green, green, green. Oh, and Todd Merkel is getting a great jump. Oh, what a drive for Todd Merkel on the outside of row one.
We're on board with Trevor Dalton out of Spokane, Washington. These guys had their pit stops. And now we're back to Green Flag Racing. They got at least 10 laps of fresh tires.
And Andrew Polici with a hard charge all the way to the front.
Where did he come from?
Where did he come from?
The back? Dennis Kane out of Detroit, Michigan. 192 miles an hour into the turn.
It's a fast track, Alan.
Yeah, just to give you a sense of, you know, what this track feels like. And you can see the bumps on there too. So we bring up that battle box here. You see these guys, that interval, it's a battle for fifth.
Everybody's getting back up to speed as we're starting to see those lap times click off in the 30.6 mark for your leader, Michael Matta.
Lap 35, 34 laps in the books. What we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and step aside. Go side by side. You won't miss a thing here on Sim Racing Media. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the SCL Cup Series. I'm Alan Bergen, just south of St. Louis in the Tony Trapasso Memorial Studio. Alongside me, my broadcast partner, Colin McDonough. We are 45 laps in, just under halfway in this 100-lap affair. And right now, Michael Matta is the leader. No surprise there. And we're going to take a look and see how that happened. We're actually going to see the who, what, where, and why. So we are searching for it right now, but Michael Matta leads just over Ryan Kelly there in the number 3 car. You know, and it's kind of crazy to see a number 3 on the side of a Ford Dark Horse Mustang.
That is kind of unusual, isn't it?
Well, so here's the thing. The Intimidator drove for none other than Dale Earnhardt.
Well, now hang on, Alan.
He drove a Ford.
I believe that number 3 is adorned with a bow tie.
Okay. I got my manufacturers messed up. My bad.
No, it's all good. It's all good. You had me second guessing myself right there.
What I do.
Looks like, unfortunately, Todd Merkel, I'm not quite sure what happened, but he had an extended stay on pit road. About almost a 2-minute stop earlier. I'm not quite sure what happened. Yeah, these things happen, man.
You know, and they do.
Now we're approaching the halfway point. Working lap 49. Ryan Kelly up front now. Michael Matta in tow. And Jonathan Cassivier up 19 spots running P3. Oh! A big moment for Michael Matta. He tagged the wall.
Michael Matta in that 16 car is going to opt out of, of anything egregious. Here's your 51 laps to go here in this, well, I would say duel, as Jonathan Casepier is trying to get an ally here and get around Michael Matta as Ryan Kelly has connection issues. Oh boy. If this stays like this the way it is, we are in for a treat. And Colin, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the field. Here, Ryan Kelly, currently your leader. Michael Matta currently running second. Jonathan Casepier up 19 spots, currently resides in that 3rd place position. And just a little bit further to him, you got Trevor Dalton, who is up 8 spots, going in the right direction, running in 4th. And right behind him in the top 5, no surprise, Dennis Kane out of Detroit, Michigan, making the Blue Oval fraternity proud here tonight. As he looks ahead and sees a Toyota, another Ford, and 2 bow ties. Running just behind Dennis Kane there in that number 99 car, you'll find Chris Meyer, he kids because he cares, in that number 24 car. For the number 48 car of Brody Kratzer, up 13 spots, currently resides in that 7th position, just right behind Chris Meyer there. Carol Steele residing in that number 8 spot and has a whole gaggle of cars right behind him, using every inch of the racetrack. Down 4 spots, you'll find that 22 car, and that's Ronnie Hurst. Tyler Melton is just behind him in that tank car. And you know what, Colin? I believe that's the Quaker State car. I gotta find that.
It most certainly is the Quaker State car, and it is a beautiful one at that.
just made my heart melt.
You caught it at a good time with the sunlight crossing the hood.
Oh. You know, Tyler Melton, man, in that tank car, you know, there's two drivers that made that sponsor famous. One is the King of the Outlaws, Steve Kinder.
Yep.
Yes. The other one, Brett Bodine. Steve Kinder did drive that sponsorship in NASCAR when he ventured into Cup racing.
I remember the Quaker State Sprint car.
Yes.
Or sorry, not even. Well, yeah, winged Sprint, right?
Yes, it was a winged sprint car.
Yeah. Okay.
I grew up watching Steve Kinder back in the '90s. It was a treat when he came into town. You know, and
I remember seeing that car on TV.
Look, you're not the King of the Outlaws by accident. The 81 car up they're down 3 spots going in the wrong direction. That is Andrew Pugliese. Maxwell Caldwell, number 94 car, looking to bounce back and have a recovery run in the second half of this race. He is down 8 spots.
You know who he missed there? Sam Maddox flew under the radar because he moved up a spot as we were trying to go through the field and get distracted by the beautiful Quaker State car. So the 66 is running where they started.
I got ADHD.
9. Oh, it's all good. Don't we all, to some extent?
Mark Brown in that number 73 car. And they keep moving positions on us.
I mean, we're in pit stop territory. We're
We'll come back to that.
we're in trouble now, Alan.
Pugliese on pit road, Thiel on pit road. At least they're not racing for points, right?
Oh, most definitely.
As Ryan,
you and I would be losing.
Well, not to say that. I think Jonathan Castrier finally found an ally in Trevor Dalton. And these two are definitely drag racing right now. And just behind both of these guys is Dennis Kane. And, you know, if you had 60 laps on your bingo card when pit stops would start commencing, well, guess what? You just hit the bingo. The 7 car going to go
Dennis Kane stays out. Dennis Kane stays out and gets a lap led. I could have sworn the 3 of them were all going to come down together.
So here's the thing about Dennis Kane. Dennis Kane can save fuel like nobody else.
Yes. Yeah.
He is a mastermind when it comes to saving fuel. So when Dennis Kane gets out to the lead, Colin, he will absolutely slow the pace down. He is good at controlling the race, controlling the pace of the race, and just it's magical to watch him. 61 laps, he says, you know what, I've had enough. Let's come down and get those 4 fresh Dr. Feelgoods and finish this thing off. 61 laps in the books here. Dennis Kane comes down pit road. That's going to turn the race lead over to Brent Meckes. If I'm not saying
Brent Meckes
right,
is doing a great job stretching the fuel out. Pushing the lap 62.
Well, he was just on pit road, I believe. No, 29.
Lap 29. Yeah, I was seeing lap 29 for Brent. So that's quite a fuel run.
Absolutely, I love it. I love the different strategies. Taking a look at the weather once again while these guys are under these green flag pit stops. There's the ambient temperature still 60 degrees. And that track tip just came up to 72. Now the humidity has dropped. We're down to 37%. So it's a dry heat.
Yeah, the the track's not gonna change too much with 1 degree, but as the humidity comes down, these engines will likely breathe a little bit better. That air gets a little bit thinner, so a little bit less drag. So we might see lap times, get a little bit quicker towards the end of this thing.
Yeah, so here in the Midwest, Colin, and we're under pit stops, and we're going to have those kind of lulls in the race. But here in the Midwest, and I can tell you that in the middle of summer, in the middle of July, when we got 100% humidity here in St. Louis, it is so hard to breathe.
Yeah, and those engines feel the same way.
Yes. Yes. These thunderous V8s, it's almost like you're putting tape on the front grille. Now, I heard a term over the weekend. We're no longer calling these next-gen cars. We're calling them Gen 7 cars.
We're at Gen 7.
We finally called it what it is. Gen 7. Not next-gen.
That's fair. I feel like for how many years we've been referring to this as next-gen, it seems only reasonable.
5 years?
Yeah.
I think Gen 7 just sounds better. Now, as we were watching Jonathan Casebeer, what did you think of the start of that Coda race?
That's a loaded question, Alan. I was disappointed, but unsurprised. I mean, it's road course racing, man. It's you put these stock cars on a road course, and they're big, they're heavy. You really never know what's going to happen. And I mean, you see it right away up the hill into turn 1. I don't think anybody was being malicious. It's just you're in the draft and you're trying to get the thing slowed down, and you don't. So, and then later on, other things happened that were also unfortunate.
Well, here we are on lap number 68. We got about 33 minutes. Justin Lewis just set the fastest lap of the race with a 30.32. He is almost in the sub 30s. Almost.
Yeah, that's a fast lap. If I look back at qualifying times, 30.32. That's a quali lap.
I mean, that just shows you that these cars are cranked up to crazy. We got 32 laps left here in the books. We are 68 laps into the history book there. And, I mean, these guys are just racing with so much respect.
Certainly are.
I mean, no points on the line. So this is, if you're wanting to get into this league, Colin, how do we get into it? How do we say, I want to go race on Monday nights was arguably one of the best leagues around?
You get into their Discord, and I'm not sure. Do we have a link for the viewers at home if they want to get involved with this?
I will put a link to their chat, maybe.
And what's interesting about these recruitment races is you really never know how they're going to go. You have your core group of drivers from the league, and then you have some unknowns. This is even in a hosted lobby on iRacing, so you're gonna get people that just say, Gen 7's at Chicagoland for 100 laps. That sounds great. I'm gonna hop in there, and you might end up finding yourself joining this league because you really enjoy the way everybody on track drove. So recruitment races are it's a cool thing to watch.
Well, I tell you right now, Michael Matta has strapped on the proverbial hairnet and is getting ready to serve lunch to Trevor Dalton. Trevor Dalton, meanwhile, is running away from Michael Matta like a kid that owes him lunch money. I know our good friend Dave Regal did not copyright that. And if you like what you see here, go ahead, give us a like, subscribe, get those bells ringing. You're going to be notified anytime that SRM goes on the air. And Monday, Colin, is essentially our busiest night of the week now. What's Sunday? Also?
Yeah, it's Monday night for Sim Racing Media is a happening thing.
It's exploded. It was Tuesday night.
Yep.
But,
yep.
Right now we got Goat Locker Racing going on with their ARCA series. Great series. I got to watch that the other night. You and Liam here on Monday nights. HTL with Angel and now Troy starting next Monday. And then you got myself and Liam Irving, your broadcast partner here on SCL. We do Tuesday night. We do the late show on Tuesday. It's like watching late night.
We've got Chris Myers down pit road, Alan.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up.
I'm not sure if this is an unplanned pit stop or if this is a matter of making sure he's got fuel to the end. And it looks like Todd Merkel is in as well, but he had an unplanned pit stop earlier.
Maybe it's to get off strategy, so that way.
Adam Brady is in.
That's unfair. That's wow. Are these guys not able to go all the way to the end?
I think they can't make it, Alan. I'm also looking at what I know. I'm expecting Josh Yarborough and Andrew McKenzie down as well very shortly.
I'll tell you this: your math is a lot better than mine, so I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I don't know how I missed that earlier, but yeah, I'm expecting Josh Yarborough down probably in the next 5 laps or so, as well as Andrew McKenzie, and then we're probably going to see maybe Maxwell Caldwell has to make a stop as well. Maybe Andrew Pileshi. I think Michael Matta should be in good shape.
So right now, this is the most happening thing going on the racetrack right now. And that's Trevor Dalton, Michael Matta, and Jonathan Casebeer. 1, 2, and 3. Michael Matta he started on, he's down 2 spots. Now he's down 1. He started on the pole. Jonathan Casebeer is up 18 spots. Up 18 spots.
Yeah, that's a huge drive.
It is. Now, what I'm really surprised at, is none of these guys have really ran what I like to call the cushion, or right next to the wall. These guys have pretty much been in the middle, maybe a lane and a half off of the wall.
Yeah, I wonder if that has anything to do with that relatively cool track temp. Maybe the bottom line is just so grippy that you can run it down there comfortably with pace. Maybe the tires aren't wearing out too bad.
Right now we got 21 laps to go from Chicagoland. 21 laps to go. We're 79 laps into the history book. And right now, there's the story of the night. Ryan Kelly started on the outside pole next to Michael Matta. Has driven to a 7.5-second lead over Michael Matta.
Yeah, Ryan Kelly has checked out.
He is halfway down Interstate 55 right now, on his way to St. Louis, as Brody Kratzer comes down pit road in that number 48 car. Gotta love the Alex Bowman style number 48 there.
And there's Joshua Yarborough coming in. And I think a lap later you're going to see, or maybe even this lap, you're going to see Andrew McKenzie come down.
Just like you had called it, it's almost like they're listening to you.
It's almost like I know when they pit last. and Alan, Buddy Rice, the Delara IR02 2002 Indy car,
I told
per
you.
race lap.
What did I tell you?
24.42 at 224 miles an hour.
And it only took you 82 laps to figure it out.
Hey, at least I got there. At least I got there.
Meanwhile,
I may or may not have consulted the history books.
Hey, it's a small victory. You got to take them out. You can get them. Race leader Ryan Kelly comes down pit road. Andrew McKenzie. These guys have figured out very quickly it will take a small miracle and just a little bit more to make it on fuel. Dennis Kane, however, riding in a smooth position there. Michael Matta has a small lead over Jonathan K. Spear and Trevor Dalton. And I say a small lead.
Oh, Andrew Paleschi's in.
Well, it appears that Andrew McKenzie.
And if that is the case, caution comes out.
And I believe this has everything to do with it. Did Andrew run out of gas? I think he did. He didn't spin out.
Oh no.
Andrew McKenzie ran out of fuel. Oh, that's a tough break. 16 laps to go. We are under caution. And Colin, what we're gonna do? This is my favorite part of my broadcast. Yeah, it's fun being the boss, right? We get to pick on people. As long as they're not taking pit stops, of course.
Alan, I think Andrew McKenzie came down pit road. I wonder if he forgot to take fuel.
I think he did. He might have taken tires. That's a huge, huge mistake. Michael Matta, the leader here on pit road. Jonathan K. Spear. They are all coming down pit road.
Yeah, this is gonna change the whole dynamic of this race. Everyone's gonna want a fresh set of tires. Alan, this is gonna be a wild 15 laps.
This is, and they are down and away off of pit road. Ryan Kelly is down and away.
So, Alan, as you were saying, your favorite part of the broadcast where you get to pick on people.
Oh, yes. I get to pick on somebody.
Sorry, I know I distracted you with the fuel facts, but
No, you're good.
I want to make sure you had that chance to pick on somebody.
Oh, don't worry, we are. Come on now. And the lucky contestant here will be Michael.
Hello?
Michael, this is Alan and Colin up in the SRM booth. You got a copy?
Oh, hey, what's up?
Hey, you are what's up right now, riding in that third position. What is it going to take to park this thing in victory lane and get around Ryan Kelly? You started on the pole, and here you are, starting to the outside once again.
I don't think Kelly's the problem. I think it's going to be if anybody had tires left, they're winning this race. I think that's the name of the game right now. If he didn't, I think we'll have a good race here. I think Kelly ate up his stuff a little bit. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, here you are getting lined up 2 by 2 behind the iRacing.com pace car. Once again, good luck. And Colin, if you wouldn't mind dragging Michael back down to the team, we're going to get ready to go flag racing.
I will see what I can do. Michael, where do I need to put you, buddy?
I was in MC Motorsports with K-Spear.
All right, let me see what I can do.
And right now we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing here. iRacing.com pace car pulls off. Michael Matta, Ryan Kelly on the front row. We are green flag racing, 14 laps to go. Make it 13. Ryan Kelly gets out to an early jump there. We are stacking up 4 white collar right behind these guys.
Oh, and they better get it sorted out going into turn 3.
We're still 3 or 4 wide. Oh, goodness gracious. And that's what the track produces all the time. Right there in that 0-1 car. They're still 3 wide trying to figure it out. In the row behind them, Andrew Polisi says, hey, you can do it, we can do it better.
They are really they're really trying to scoot to the front, and this is one of those times when the apron at the start-finish straight really plays. Oh,
and we're about to be 4 wide. Do we see 4 wide? No, we're gonna keep it 3 wide. 11 laps to go. Ryan Kelly has a whole gap of cars, and he's the only one that's loving watching this out of his rearview mirror. We are still 3 wide around the Samatic area. And another group of 3 wide cars.
Ryan Kelly and Michael Matta must be loving this.
They're loving it, but who's not loving it is the middle
but it's looking like Justin Lewis might be in striking distance as he gets around Michael Matta.
Just like I said, he went from being laps down, and here he is. This is history would point out. And now they're 3 wide again with 10 laps to go.
When Jonathan Casimir and Michael Matta make some contact.
And Ryan Kelly, Justin Lewis battling it out here at the lead. 9 laps to go. And Jonathan Casimir is still 3 wide. Andrew Polisi comes from the front to the back. The 24 car, Chris Myers, makes contact with the 7 car, Trevor Dalton. I mean, Colin, there's more action on this racetrack than a Waffle House at 3 a.m.
Alan, you said it, man. This is really this track lending itself to every groove on the track is fast.
8 laps to go.
You can pass anywhere as long as you have the confidence and the tires.
Michael Matta bleeding positions down 8 spots already. After starting on that outside front row. Steele goes from the apron back onto the racing surface, and they are still duking it out. We're going to go 4 wide. Oh no. Look, I'm a big man. I'm
shove up to the wall.
I'm like Dave Regal. I'll have a heart attack right here. You might have to peel me off the floor.
And Alan, this is exactly what Michael Matta was worried about.
Not the restart that he wanted. He fell a whole bunch of positions. We're still 3 wide, and these guys are ping-ponging off each other.
Justin Lewis is up front. Andrew Polisi not far behind, and then a big gap is between Polisi and Ryan Kelly. And it looks like Chris Myers might even be able to get around Ryan Kelly.
And here we are. We got a 3-horse battle for the lead. There it is. Ryan Kelly would be the last car on the podium. Justin Lewis has, well, put 2 cars in between him, 2 cars in between him and Ryan Kelly, and that would be the 94 car, Maxwell Caldwell. Andrew Polisi is in that 2nd position. We have 5 laps to go. 5 phalanges in the air. Now 4 laps to go.
And mind you, that 94 car is a lap down. That's not for position.
Yeah, so, Maxwell Caldwell could be using Justin Lewis as a pick, and Andrew Polici's going to sneak right in there. Says, hi, remember me. Getting ready to drop the hammer here. I mean, there's so much action going on. We're 3 wide.
Oh my goodness.
And this is for 4th.
That lead group of 2 has checked out by 3 seconds, and the action from
we're 4 wide. We're 4 wide. We're 4 wide for about a half a second.
From 3rd on back to 12th, there isn't a single gap that is more than about 0.3 of a second.
2 laps to go. Popsicle sticks are in the air for Justin Lewis. But here comes Andrew Polici looking to make a move. Well, Joshua Yarbrough in that number 777 Toyota is a good distance 3rd. Justin Lewis going on defense. Maxwell Caldwell right there in the mix also, but he's a lap down. That's not for position. Here comes the move of the race coming to the white flag. It's going to be anybody's race. Oh, they're going to bump. They're going to bump. There'll be contact. Polici gets it on the final lap. Give it to Polici. Here comes Justin Lewis going to the outside looking for the power move. They're going to make contact again. Coming down the back straightaway. They're going to separate just a little bit. It's not over by a long shot. Justin Lewis to the outside. Polici to the inside. Maxwell Caldwell is going to tuck in behind Polici.
Is he going to give him a push?
Give the win. Give the win to Justin Lewis. Polici wins the 2nd position. Joshua Yarbrough finishes 3rd. Oh, boy.
Oh, my goodness.
What
Alan,
a race.
We've still got a battle for position further back, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, maybe not. Everybody's across the line now, but
we gotta look at
17 thousandths the gap.
We gotta look at that one more time. Here it is. Coming to the checkered flag. They're gonna bump. And this is the white flag lap. And they once, twice, Justin Lewis using the force. He used the force to get around Andrew Polici. I mean, just
and it's looking like Maxwell Caldwell gave a nudge.
There it is.
On the white flag lap and the checkered flag lap, trying to help out their friend. What a finish, Alan.
Yes. Now we're gonna go ahead and send it up to the live picture. We're gonna go ahead and get our top 3 in here for the interviews. And it just so happens that a couple of them are ready to go. This is going to be fun. So we're going to get our top 3 finishers up to the broadcast booth. And we are missing... Nope, there he is. Colin, I'm going to have you talk to Joshua Yarbrough.
Joshua Yarbrough, it's Colin and Alan in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
I got a copy.
Exciting finish. Take us through that race. How was it?
Well, it was pretty good. I think I definitely had a long run car as opposed to a short run car. That second stop we did, it seemed like everybody was trying to save and keep a set of tires there for the end. I wound up just, I think, short pitting on the second one.
What was it? How difficult was fuel strategy with the cautions that came out?
So the cautions didn't really play into too much for fuel strategy because the first one I think came at like almost lap 30, so that was your fuel tank. Second one, I think, came at about 60-ish or maybe in the 70s. So there wasn't much on fuel strategy, more on tires, I feel.
Sure. Well, a heck of a drive to be up 7 spots from where you started. And is there anyone you want to shout out or thank for getting you here today?
Well, first, I want to give a shout out to my teammate, Ronnie Hurst. I don't know if the broadcast caught that, but I did throw a dirty block in front of him. Not usually how I like to run my teammates, but I try to get in the top 3 sometimes. I'd also like to give a shout out to all my friends watching at home and my wife, who lets me race on this thing every week.
Well, congratulations, and thanks for coming out tonight.
No problem. Thanks for hosting.
All right, and then Colin, we will talk to Andrew Polici next. Andrew, it's Colin and Alan up in the SRM booth. How's it going, man?
It's going good, guys. How are you?
Man, you are what's going good. Take us through that last lap when you started putting the moves on Justin Lewis.
Yeah, we were both running like crazy there. The 94 was kind of being a pick for me, which I wasn't complaining about. And it was just trying to get the right run. I had a little bit of a bump from him, and it gave me a run going in down the front stretch, coming to the white. And these cars are just so weird. Like, him and I got side by side, and it was just a fight for the air, you know. Going in the 3, I just tried not to overdrive it, and I did. And I think he overdrove it a little bit, and we just kind of come off the corner. I was hoping to go like Atlanta style and kind of get the run up off the bottom. Well, the top was too strong too. So, I don't know. It was a good race, good fight at the end. Yeah, I wish I could have got the restart he did, because we'd have been a lot closer, a lot sooner.
I was telling Colin, I said I think Justin used the force.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He got lucky.
Absolutely.
Not lucky. He's good, but like he definitely got lucky with that caution.
Well, Andrew, before we get you out of here, is there anybody you'd like to thank to help get you here tonight?
Shout out to you guys in the booth. My teammates, the 94, the 7, Justin Lewis, Todd Merkel, Trevor Dalton. I'd like to give a special shout out to the number 10 car. Good racing, buddy. But yeah, and you guys in the booth.
All right. Well, once again, congratulations on the P2 finish, and we'll send you back down to your team.
All right, man. Thanks.
And Colin, the last, but certainly not least, but the man of the hour, and he's with you.
Justin Lewis, it's Colin and Alan in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
I got you, gentlemen.
Justin, congratulations on a hard-fought win. Can you take us through that race and tell us what was going through your head in the last few laps?
Well, let's start from the green flag. It went the complete worst way, like the worst thing you could do. If it could have happened, it happened. So, knowing the fuel situation, I was like, let's pit with like 10 to go on this run, try to like short pit this first pit stop. Okay? So I was going to try to split it, basically to where I could trim what would be my second and third pit stops down 5 laps. Does that make sense? Kind of. That was my process in my head.
Sure. Yeah.
Math worked out. It was going to be fine. Get a caution. That pinned me and some others a lap down. So I get the lucky dog. Start the back, and we make some decent ground with the same tires we started on, and get to like 9th or 10th, and then I fall like a rocket. It's got nothing left because we're like approaching lap 50, whatever. I was like, okay, so let's try the same thing. We'll short pit again and see how that goes. Well, I pit, and as I pit, some guys in the chat, someone was like, reckoning for. So I abort the pit stop. I don't even stop. So I was like, okay. So I was like, well, no yellow. That's not good. So I just finished out that fuel run. And somehow, after basically doing a drive-through and then pitting for 4 tires and fuel under green, I still maintained 1 lap down, and the first car 1 lap down. So I was like, all right, lucky dog, that's good. Whoever had a glitch where they ran out of fuel and couldn't get, like, it did not fuel their car. They basically, in real-life terms, they had a pickup issue. It was dead in the water. Caution comes out, right? first car lap down, get the lucky dog. I was one of the few that had a set of tires. So I was like, okay, cool. And then that restart was me basically throwing caution to the wind, and just if we're going to get there, we're going to get there. And if we are on the hook, we're on the hook. So go from 10th to the lead. And yeah, I think minus all the BS I went through there at the beginning, me and Ryan probably could have had a great race. This place has been, I guess, a home away from home. I think every time I've won this is my 5th win out of 6 league races within the last 6 months probably here. So we've always had speed. Just this was like the weirdest win I think of my life on iRacing. Like it should not have been. I don't know why we were so bad with strategy. We were easy 10th to 15th place car there. So coming back out and getting lucky is always good. I was going to bash Max if I was going to finish second there for a minute, but he let us race it out. He basically, see, me, Andrew, and Max are teammates along with Todd, Trevor. There's a laundry list of people tonight in the chat, but on Mondays it's usually me, Andrew, Max, Todd, and Trevor, the mainstays in our chat, and he got an issue. He lags out. He goes like 4 laps down. I was like, okay, he's out of contention. Well, he had the same set of tires I did along with Andrew. We all had a set of tires. And that race at the end was just, I was so mad until I wasn't. Because he like started racing me when he got back to me because I was trying to save something just in case there's a caution. And he started racing me. So I'd pick it back up. And then he let Andrew get to me. And then he starts helping Andrew. I'm like, what kind of teammate racing is this crap? So he luckily got him to me and then quit. So then me and Andrew were going to fight to the death for the last lap. But yeah, we pulled it out. That was a hell of a race with Andrew. I don't remember who brought that caution out, but it was literally my saving grace. I think it was McKenzie. So I don't know. I hope that was as good as a broadcast, at least the last half of that, than that I thought it should be. I mean, the way that race went for me. But yeah.
I personally thought that was a tremendous race. For the most part, through and through. You know, the cautions are what they are. You can't really predict them. So, congratulations on everything playing out the way that it did. And is there anybody you want to thank for getting you here tonight?
Yeah, well, thank all the new guys first for coming out and giving us a try. I think we had a lot of names that we've recruited in the past kind of come back out, show some face. Which is always cool. I was still trying to get more, so if you're out there wanting to join in, hit us up, or SCL officials on iRacing. Well, on Discord, I should say, or Josh Jared Hill, either one. He'll get you set up to get in the Discord, get in the league. Shout out to you guys for doing the broadcasts, even though they're hosted. It's kind of cool to get random guys in. You never know where you're going to end up. And then, of course, got to shout out Todd Merkel, Andrew Pleshy, Maxwell Caldwell, Trevor Dalton, and the others that were in there. They make it fun, even though I was giving some crap to Max there for pushing Andrew to me. I was like, you know what? It's whatever. So, yeah, just like I said, thanks to SCL, and hopefully we'll get another one.
Well, congratulations. I look forward to seeing you next week.
Thanks, guys. We'll see ya.
All right, and that was the voice of Justin Lewis. Okay. Cool. So before we get out of here, we got to do one last bit of housekeeping. And that is to go over our final results here from the race. And there they go. Justin Lewis will park it in Victory Lane, while Andrew Polici will finish second. Rounding out your podium would be Joshua Yarborough. Ronnie Hurst will finish fourth, but rounding out your top 5 will be Ryan Kelly. Chris Myers will finish in that 6th position, while Trevor Dalton will finish 7th. Sam Maddox will finish 8th, while Careless Steele will finish 9th. Jonathan K. Spear will round out your top 10, while Dennis Kane out of Night Owl Racing will finish outside the top 10 in the 11th position. Michael Maddow will finish 12th. Jason Crumley will finish 13th, while Adam Brady will finish 14th. Mark Brown will finish 15th, while Brody Kretzer will finish 16th rather. Todd Merkel out of 1320 Enterprises will finish 17th, 4 laps down. Finishing 18th, 5 laps down, will be Maxwell Caldwell. A little bit deeper in the field. Andrew McKenzie will finish 19th. Running out your top 20 will be Brandon Meckes. Tyler Belton will finish 21st. Nathan Johnson will finish 22nd. Richie Trammell will finish 23rd. And running out your beer stand, running out the race at the beer stand will be the 24th place finisher, Landon Johnson. While Mason Culver does not take the green flag. And Colin, it has been a blast. I've had the pleasure of working with you here tonight. And as the late, great Tony Trapasso would always say, and to the booth we memorialize them to, as you walk through the streets of life, please don't play in traffic. Good night, everybody.